Hey gang. Today we're going to do Foreigner's Blue Morning, Blue Day. We'll do that intro and I'm going to do the lead and I'll show you the chords even though the chords really aren't played very much. But I'll show you the harmony for sure. Okay? So that's what we'll do. You know, the lame thing is I was walking around in the supermarket and I heard this kind of over the speaker and I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. That's what I've come down to, hearing things in the supermarket and playing them for you. All right, well, in the spirit of doing lots of stuff during this coronavirus social distancing, I thought, what the heck, I don't see too many of these, and it's a pretty cool tune, so we're going to do it. So I'll show you the intro, and I'm going to show you the solo coming right up. I think we'll do the demo of the solo first, and then do the teaching, okay? So a demo first, and then the teaching. See you in just a second. All right, gang, well, let's go over this note for note. I'll put something down below. I haven't written anything up. I've just got it in my head, learned it when I came home from the store, and I haven't tabbed anything up yet, but I promise I will tab up, I guess, the intro and the solo. I think that ought to be enough. All right, for this lesson, however, we will go through the intro for the first guitar part, then the intro for the second guitar part, then we'll do the harmonies or the chords, and then we'll do the solo. Okay, that's the order that we'll do it in. So the intro for the first part kind of goes like this. We'll play it nice and slow. Okay. So before we get into it, what is being played, the harmony there is basically a B minor to a G or a G7, to a G major or a G7. And the root notes that we're starting from are all parts of those chords. So we're going to start out on a B, right? The 6th string, 7th fret, that's a B. And then we're going to this note right here. This note right here, which is 5th string, 5th fret, which is a D, which is part of this G chord, you see. Then we'll come up to here. Right? This 5th fret, I'm sorry, 5th string, 9th fret, which is the part of this B minor chord. And come up to this note right here, 4th fret, or 4th string, 5th fret, right? The D string 5th fret. And that's over the G. That's in fact a G note there. All right? So just in case we were wondering, if you were wondering where all this stuff comes from, that's where it comes from. Just a fairly simple chord change that's going in the beginning. All right, so that's what's going on. The other guitar part, the second guitar part over that, is playing exactly the same thing, just one octave up, starting on the 4th string, 9th fret. And that's it for the opening. Okay, now let's show you the harmony. We've got basically 3 pieces of harmony that we need. We need the verse harmony, we need the chorus harmony, and then there's a bridge harmony. We'll get to that when we do the solo. Turns out that the solo, there's a key change to get to the solo. Okay, so let's do the verse harmony first. The verse harmony is going to go like this. And that is F sharp 7, B minor, A, to G or G7, and then it just repeats. Now the guitar does pretty simple arpeggios, so something like this. So in this case, I'm just playing the first and the third of the whatever chord it is, and so for the F sharp it would be the first and the major third. For the B minor it would be the first and the minor third. For the A it'd be the first and the third, and for the G it'd be the first and the third. All right, it does that a couple times, and then you get to the chorus. Blue morning, that's a B minor. G, blue day. So that's kind of cool right there. F sharp sus to an F sharp 7. Back to your B minor. All right, so that is it for the verse and the chorus. Okay, now let's go over the solo, but before we do, just to let you know, there's a key change. So it kind of plays what was going in the intro, but the key changes to F sharp minor instead of B, which is actually really cool. So the key chord in this that's out of the B minor key is this F sharp 7, which in B minor would be a minor, but here it's played as a 7. It shifts to a minor. It's the same relation as in the opening where we play B minor to G. It's that same relationship, but now we're going to play it in F sharp. So that would be F sharp minor to D7. Or if you want to, you could play it down the neck, like here. So let's do the solo now, slow-mo, and then we'll go over it line by line. So here we go. I added a note. I don't think it's actually in there. But it goes back to the regular key, which is B minor, right after that. So that's it. That's a cool little line. Okay, so basically it goes D7, I'm sorry, F sharp minor to D7 twice. So we're going to start out with that. So this is kind of cool. So we'll play 10. On the second, we'll play 10. And then 9, and bend it up really quick and pull it off to 7. So it's... Now this is all in F sharp minor, so you can just kind of follow that key. So that's the first line. Here's the second line. So again, this time we're actually bending up a half step on the 9th, pull off to the 7th, and then play the 7th on the 3rd string. Now this is kind of cool. Typical little F minor arpeggio and run here. So we're just going to basically play your F minor chord here, but pick up on the first, on that bottom string. But that's the chord you're thinking of. And we're just going to play the first 4 strings. So 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's a short F sharp minor. So 11, 11, 10, and 9. And then slide all the way up to 14. And we're going to think of this F minor chord now, right? F sharp minor, sorry. So that's 14 on the first, 14 on the second, 15 on the second. Then very quickly, same sort of idea that we played in the opening. So that's the 14 on the first, 15 on the second, and then 17 on the first. Right? Okay, now here's the line second time through. So we're going to do a little hammer-on and pulling off. Again, you should visualize this F sharp minor chord, and all we're doing is playing around with that chord. Okay, now here's the next part. So this time we're hammering on first string 10, 12, pull off to the 10, and then 12, 10 on the second, and 11 on the third. I find this to be a little bit harder, but again, this time you should be thinking of this little D triad right here. And if you think about the E shape of the D chord, that's the top three strings are, so the top three strings are 11, 10, 10. Right? So all we're doing is hammering on and pulling off around that chord. The last one is 13, 12, 10 on the second. All right. So now we're coming up to this F sharp chord again, F sharp minor, and we're going to play 14, 14, 14. And then 16, bend it, pull off to 14. And on the 17th, on the second, bend that up a whole step and give it some vibrato. So, and that's just playing 16, 17, and then the optional 19 as it goes back into the B minor. Well, there you go, gang. Foreigner's Blue Morning, Blue Day. Kind of an underrated little classic here. It's got a cool guitar part, doesn't it? Kind of fun to learn those things. All right, till next time, we will see you on down the road.